Concord, when you love to see something burn because it deserves to.
I'm well aware that this might be the greasiest you've ever seen me on camera. There is a good explanation for it. Yesterday, well, no, 2 days ago, my water broke, so I don't mean like pregnancy-related water breaking or anything, I mean like the actual water
I could have sworn his transitioning was going faster.
to my house broke, and
Look at those feminine eyelashes, I mean.
it's been all cattywampus ever since. Thus, behold, this filthy homunculus. I look like some kind of cryptid that would hide crack under your mattress in a hotel. Anyway, though, I want to talk about a huge flop that just dropped today. 2024 has been filled to the brim with flopperooskies. We just saw
Yeah, 2024 is pretty unique in the amount of absolute woke garbage that we have seen.
Borderlands' shameful display in the box office, making roughly $18.5 million as of a couple days ago against its $115 million budget. That is a box office catastrophe. That is like an Armageddon
I loved every second of it.
for the budget. Like, that doesn't even account for all of the marketing spend, I imagine. It's crazy how
It typically doesn't, yes.
horrible that had performed, because it's a terrible movie, no doubt. And today we got a disaster in the video game realm with a flop called Concord. That name probably doesn't ring any bells because all of you have forgotten about it, I imagine. It is
No, it's still fresh in my memory because how bad and annoying it is.
a generic hero shooter. I made a video on it like a month and a half ago, and it's a game that the entire gaming community just kind of rolled their eyes at. It's this amalgamation of all of the worst parts of every hero shooter that's come before it, but set to
No, not really. It's just extremely unbelievably woke and oversaturated with white man bad vibes, okay? That's kind of the problem here. It's not actually that bad even as a shooter, if I'm being completely honest. It's not the biggest failure by far. Yeah, the time to kill could be faster, but it's the design, it's the message, it's all of the typical woke trash that you would expect that makes it bad.
0.5 times speed. Everything in the game is abominably slow. Oh, I don't have a shit. Holy.
Oh god, I didn't even know this was this slow. Nice.
This might actually be the slowest movement I've ever seen in my life. It's like I'm on a treadmill. Oh my god. What's my cue?
Generator's hot. On me.
Oh, it's the fat woman! Not to confused with the other, like, 3 fat women.
Don't know what that is. What's my... That's my shield. Need healing. Hold on. Give me 45 minutes. I'm flanking. Oh my god, the reload. That's tragic. Oh,
Dude, this is so slow, it's insane.
I can't even play the Okay. You have to switch characters after each round that you win.
Yes, please discount Star-Lord.
That sucks.
Let's go.
I thought it was only if you were doing like really well. Can you never play a character again that you went around with? They're locked out for the rest of the game.
Look at that. Fat black woman. Amazing. The black Michael Jackson female. Amazing. Another fat woman. Oh man. We're really unique here with the choices. And here it is. Another black woman. Oh yes, but that's a sniper. Man, is this not the most diverse thing you have ever seen in your life? It better be, you bigot.
So you win around, and whatever character you won the round with, you can't play again for the rest of the match. It's like you're playing a Zack Snyder film where everything is in this nauseating, perpetual slow
Okay, listen, Zack Snyder is kind of probably better than this game.
motion hypnotic state. It's just not very fun, but it's also not unplayable or awful. Like, it's not good by any means. The worst part about it is just how generic it is. It's a game that nobody wants, and if anyone likes
Oh, it's a feminist wet dream, okay?
this kind of game, they're
You know how you can instantaneously tell that your game is gonna be woke? When a weapon that a character uses is a children's slingshot. It's always it without question always hits exactly where it needs to be, and that type of game is woke. Everything that has a children's slingshot as a functional weapon, some magically how was made by a woman who has pink hair and probably extremely fat.
There's 50 other games that just do it better than Concord. And what's exceptionally delusional about Concord in particular is that it's a $40 game. It doesn't even have the common courtesy to be free to play like every other multiplayer shooter on the market. So this game was dead on arrival without even arriving a month and a half ago, because that was the beta, the playtest. Now that it's here, it has come, and let me tell you, no one's there to swallow it. It didn't even break 700 players on Steam. But if
That is hilarious, yes.
you want something tasty to swallow, get Goof Juice, available at gamersubs.gg/moist. It's the best flavor ever made, I assure you. But yeah, anyway, Concord just barely over 650 players at launch. That's less than some bingo halls get with like 80-year-old octogenarians going in there and playing bingo. It's
Well, yeah, that's because they typically don't leave.
not exactly, a great launch experience for Concord. To put that number in perspective, I compared it to the biggest flops in the gaming industry I could think of over the last couple of years. Concord has less players than Redfall for...
Okay, listen, that is honestly impressive. Okay, but who can blame them? Redfall kinda has my girlfriend's boyfriend bought me this game vibes. But Concord definitely is my girlfriend's boyfriend bought me this game.
Crying out loud, heavens to Betsy. And it actually has less peak players than Babylon's fucking Fall. Babylon's Fall is a game I think most of you have scrubbed from your memory, but this was at the time, and I'm actually having a Porky Pig meltdown right now because this is so shocking. Babylon's Fall was at the time a historic blunder, a crazy
I don't remember this one.
one. Babylon's Fall was so bad and so embarrassing they actually pulled the game from Steam. And yet, that had more peak players than Concord does. Concord just barely has a higher peak than Lord of the Rings Gollum, another game
Oh god, but you're fighting with Gollum for how bad you are, you know something's up.
so floppy that the studio also got shut down for making it in the first place. Also, a couple articles report that Lord of the Rings Gollum actually did have more peak player count than Concord currently does. But according to Steam charts, Concord just barely squeaks out the W over Lord of the Rings Gollum. That's a full-blown flopperoo right there. This is a big budget game from PlayStation. This, no doubt...
By the way, is everyone excited about the Lord of the Rings animated series that's coming out? With the girl boss protagonist that doesn't want to get married because icky wife things and being a mom is disgusting. Yeah. I am looking forward to that. The animation is good, but the story just sounds woke AF, okay? It's from the appendices of Lord of the Rings, and it's like 2 pages or something. And the main protagonist, the woman that don't need no man, who is the bestest ever. She's not even mentioned there more than once. She doesn't even have a name. So I am expecting great things from that animation. Now there is a chance that it maybe scores an arcane and suddenly magically is good, but I'm not gonna lie, I doubt it. Anything modern Lord of the Rings has absolutely no place to thrive because it betrays everything that Tolkien ever stood for.
Cost millions upon millions of dollars and a long time baking in the oven, and no one is here at the table waiting to be served this dish. I don't know how these games even get made, because from the very first trailer, when it became clear that it's a hero shooter, which is an unbelievably oversaturated market, everybody let out...
I hate when people mention, oh, it's an oversaturated. No, it's not. No market is oversaturated, okay? If a game good enough comes out, it's gonna literally just steal all the players from all the games, and that's gonna be it. That's it. That's how it works. There are literally no exceptions. There is no such thing as a good game failing. It does not happen. All the good games thrive.
out a collective sigh. I don't know.
Think about it. Black Myth Wukong. What kind of Souls-like game can actually compete with Souls-like games? None! Black Myth Wukong comes out and it literally bodies Elden Ring into the ground with a double swordplex.
Who this game is for. I don't know who the target audience is, because even hero
Insane, probably.
shooter enthusiasts, or even just multiplayer shooter enthusiasts, aren't going to choose this game to call home. They're not going to be climbing over each other, tearing at each other's flesh, trying to get a piece of that Concord action, because it's $40 and every other game in this genre is free, save for a couple of exceptions. Like, it's a watered down version of free games that exist right now, so who the fuck would be lining up to fork over 40 clams for this? Your $40 is better
Everyone if it was good, but it's really, really bad in Woke.
spent paying someone to give you a swirly in a public toilet. This is the most predictable flop I've ever seen. There's no dimension in the multiverse where this title is successful, and everybody knew it, except for the suits, I suppose. I don't even know how this got greenlit in the first place. Again,
Because it's Woke and no one cares about it. Listen, we got Dustborn, and I will actually look up real quick what's the other thing that we are maybe gonna watch, maybe gonna check out. Oh no, I deleted the thing. I deleted the thing. Shit, I don't remember. But there's something else. There's some other thing with 4 girls making a band and something happening. Dude, woke shit gets greenlit constantly.
everything about it was just doomed to failure. And now, here it is, failing. I don't know if it's like a desperation thing where they had already developed for, so many years and spent X amount of money on this project, and they just felt obligated to release it come hell or high water to try and recoup some of that investment. That's probably the case because, 600 people paying $40 for the game is better than 0, I suppose. But you know what's better than just recouping some of your investment?
God, I'm actually completely blanking out on what he's saying. I'm just looking at him and being like, damn, those are some extremely feminine features.
Not investing in turbo ass in the first place. Again, I don't even get how this project ever even made it to a launch. This should have just been an idea that people laughed at the meeting and said, yeah, imagine if we actually wasted time and
Is Charlie gonna completely ignore the fact that this is the wokest piece of thing that we have seen in the last at least 2 weeks, which is kind of crazy to say out loud?
money doing that, and then moved on to a better project. It's such a shame because no doubt there's like talented developers that worked on this, not because they wanted to, but because
I doubt it.
that's the project they were given. All the time and resources went into what they believed would be just like an easy layup of just another hero shooter because it's a popular genre, not realizing that nobody wants more hero shooters, especially not ones with $40 price tag,
Bro, listen, tell that to Marvel Rivals, okay?
to enter and play. It's just so simple and so avoidable. I had to talk about it though because it's a flop that's hard not to laugh at.
Anyway, Concord is a woke piece of God knows what. Have a nice day. Bye.